is going on, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a full day of eating, and to start the day off I'm going to have a nice cup of French press coffee. We haven't used our French press in some time, so let's give it a little taste test. Yeah, that's good. 10 out of 10. And for meal number one, we've got some Greek yogurt and peanut butter. This is a super simple, easy go-to recipe that I've been going to pretty much every morning for the last couple of weeks. And because I'm increasing my calories slightly, I added a little bit of peanut butter, but you could also use PB2 or PB Fit or whatever powdered peanut butter you prefer. This is nice and easy, on the go, and it really only requires a couple of ingredients. The first one is going to be our Greek yogurt. I'm using the Okio Vanilla Greek yogurt here, and it's going to be about 170 grams for one serving. One serving of this is only going to be about 100 calories, but it's going to include 17 grams of protein. Then I'll add 1 scoop of whey protein. This is going to be about 30 grams, so you're going to want to add that for the additional protein. We're looking at about 20 extra grams of protein to 120 calories. Then we'll go ahead and use a little bit of Walden Farms chocolate syrup. This is just going to add a little bit of extra flavor there, and I like it personally, so I'm going to go ahead and add it, but that's definitely an option. You could also use different syrups if you wanted to, just make sure you're accounting for those calories. Then finally, we're going to use 30 grams of peanut butter, and I'll make sure that I'm mixing everything together whenever I'm actually eating it, so I can get little hints of the peanut butter and the chocolate. For me, this is a great replacement for things like cereal, because cereal is so easy and convenient, but typically doesn't have the highest protein intake, and it'll definitely taste a lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this for meal number one, but before I do, let's go over the calories and macros. For the calories, we're looking at 410 calories. For our macros, we're looking at 48 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, and 17 grams of fat. Given my goal of trying to maintain calories and maintain my weight, I'm thinking that this is definitely one of the easiest recipes that I have on the books, and it's a good one, so definitely be sure to try that out. And of course, what kind of monster would I be without a test taste? Definitely Cubra. So that's gonna be it for meal number one, but I'll see you all later on for a check-in. And with the check-in, as you can see, I got some pre-workout going here. This is the Gorilla Mode, whatever, stim-free pre-workout. I don't have any sponsors or anything, but I do use Gorilla Mode's products a fair amount. So I'm gonna go ahead and consume this. It's like 20 calories, so I didn't put it in my FitnessPal, but I do put my other calories in there from like a multivitamin, greens, things like that, right? So my calorie intake has slightly increased, but nothing crazy. The reason why I like using this stuff is because it's a pre-workout that's stim-free, so I'm not going to be super stimulated, especially with having coffee this morning. And it's got creatine in it, so I get 5 grams of creatine from this pre-workout. So that's the reason why I really use this in general. But it also has the glycerol pump in it, so that's going to help create a little bit more vascularity as you're getting those pumps in, make you feel good. So I'm going to drink this, head to the gym, and I'll check in a little bit. Alright, workout complete. As you can see, I didn't film anything. If you're new to the channel, typically I don't film, and there's a reason for that. But before I get into that, let's go ahead and get meal number two. And for meal number two, we're just going to keep it simple and go with the Barbell protein bars. I've been eating these for a couple of weeks now, and I always thought it was barbell, by the way, but it's Barbell. You can clearly see the E in there. So, definitely a surprise, and I feel like I'm living in another dimension finding that out now. To go back to why I'm not filming workouts right now, there's a couple of reasons, and one of them is mainly the fact that I just don't think that the content would be that good. In order for me to have a good montage, and I've tried this back in the past, I'd have to have somebody essentially filming it, or a tripod, which would end up getting in the way of different people who are also trying to use the gym and not film content. So instead of being a nuance, I feel like it makes more sense for me to find somebody that might be able to help film those workouts, but right now that's not really an option. Also, I feel like whenever I'm doing full days of eating, I'm providing more value. If I'm doing a workout montage, it's cool and it looks great, but with the exception of that, most of the results that you're gonna end up seeing if you're trying to lose weight are gonna be made in the kitchen. That's gonna be getting in enough protein and of course staying in a calorie deficit. Right now, I'm working on maintaining, so keeping my weight relatively the same, and it's not really gonna be super exciting until I start venturing more into some kind of powerlifting content. And that powerlifting content is really just gonna be me trying to get stronger. But I'm currently doing a push-pull leg program. I'm in the middle of a 3-phase program. So each phase is about 4 weeks. And with that, there's 3 phases. So I'm about 5-6 weeks in right now. So it doesn't make a ton of sense for me to be filming workouts unless there's some angle, right? Me getting stronger or me bulking or cutting even. But right now with me maintaining, it just doesn't make a ton of sense. So in the spiel there, finally open up this protein bar. As you can see, it always has that funky texture, but we'll go ahead and give it a test taste. As good as I remember. And I'll check in with you all in a little bit. All right, meal number 3 is served. Right here, we've got 8 ounces of white rice. We've got 2 whole eggs cut with 100 grams of egg whites, a roasted green chili. It's that time of the year right now in Colorado where people are roasting chilies. These are delicious. And of course, we've got a little bit of hot sauce. This is a different brand that I found at a farmer's market called Hellbound Hot Sauce. And honestly, I'm a fan. I think it tastes good. I have no affiliation with the brand, but be sure to check them out on Instagram. I'll go ahead and leave their handle down here. Overall, you can see that this is going to add a lot of extra protein to today's diet, and of course, we're looking at a lot of different flavors. I'm a big spicy food fan, so definitely excited to eat this and, you know, just enjoy it. All right, and now we are outside of the actual house. Hannah and I are going to go for a little walk. It's a super beautiful day out, so we're going to go ahead and enjoy that and kind of just hang out for a minute. I'll be sure to update you all in a little check-in in about an hour or so. All right, meal number 4 are these rice cakes here. And you can see that I made kind of a version of peanut butter. Basically what I did here is I get 85 grams of Greek yogurt. Again, this is the same one from before at breakfast. And I went ahead and used 2 tablespoons or 16 grams of PB Fit. I mix that up into a bowl and it creates a nice thick, textured peanut butter-ish kind of thing. Now it doesn't taste 100% like peanut butter, but it definitely tastes good and it's a nice little topping. And because I know what I'm having for dinner right now, it's gonna, you know, allow me to have a little snack before dinner and stay relatively low calorie. I can also add chocolate chips to here. Now that I say that, I think I might. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 15 grams of chocolate chips, eat this, and kind of enjoy myself before dinner. And take a look at that, looking good. So definitely excited to eat these. I'm gonna hang out with Hannah for a little bit, watch a movie. Like I said, we already know what we're gonna have for dinner. It's gonna be pretty low calorie. So this is gonna allow me to eat a ton of volume, not feel like I'm starving or anything like that, but of course I am eating at maintenance. So with that calorie increase, it's definitely helped a good bit. And recipes like this that allow you to modify things like peanut butter, have similar, you know, grams of protein, but a lower calorie version, definitely makes it easier to consume more. So I'll see you all at meal number 5. Meal number 6 is gonna be another easy one. We've got some little lettuce wraps with some chicken in here, as well as about 4.5 ounces of rice. So this is again a very simple and easy recipe, kind of in concurrence with the rest of the day. And of course, I can't go on in this video without making a shout out to Hannah, who helped prepare this, or prepare the entire thing herself while I just sat on the couch and watched TV. So thanks to her, I've got a delicious meal. It smells amazing. It's only about 6 ounces of chicken. The sauce is made up in here. There's some carrots and mushrooms as well. And then the Romanian lettuce wraps. And again, about 4.5 ounces of rice left over from the meal earlier on today. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and I'll see you all at the next meal. In the last meal of the day, we've got the protein pudding. In here, we have a simple recipe. It's gonna be 2 scoops of whey protein, which will be about 60 grams. A little bit of almond milk, about 1/2 cup or so. Some cacao powder, looking at a tablespoon roughly, so that's gonna be about 5 grams. We'll let that sit in the refrigerator for a couple of minutes, just until, you know, the texture slightly changes to a little less drippy. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add some peanut butter, and of course some chocolate chips. And that's gonna be 1 serving of each. And a heaping serving of the raspberries. There's about 100 grams here, And that's gonna allow us to not only get our micronutrients in and be delicious, of course, but get a ton of volume because raspberries are pretty low calorie. So that's gonna be meal number 6. With it being our final meal, let's go ahead and take a look at the macros for the entire day. As far as calories go, we've got 2,388. When we look at our protein, we've got 218 grams, 226 grams of carbs, and about 72 grams of fat. Overall, I would consider this to be a higher protein day for me personally. I only weigh about 165 pounds, so give or take 165, 170 is typically what I'm shooting for. Really a gram of protein per pound of body weight. And because I've got a little bit of extra protein today, and getting the extra protein today is not gonna really hurt, but I recommend just sticking to the simple rule of thumb, which is gonna be that 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I think that's the easiest way to assure that you're getting enough protein. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed today's content. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, of course. And of course, I can't end a video without saying thanks to everyone that has been subscribing and viewing. My 20,000 step video just released last week. It's already got more views in the first 48 hours than a video typically would in the first 2 weeks. Thank you all, I really do appreciate it. And I feel like we're starting to build a solid community here. So I just wanted to take time out of this video to make sure that you know that you're appreciated. So with that said, I'm gonna end it here and I'll see you all in the next video.